The man is universally acknowledged as a waste by the entire sect. Yet, your stunning fiancé happens to be the heir of a powerful faction. Even the headmaster is eager to take him as a disciple. Unexpectedly, this man boldly opened his mouth, saying, "Only the distinguished guests and elders are worthy of him, and they must pay him 300 top-grade spirit stones each month." And the headmaster, without batting an eye, agreed. Unexpectedly, this Su-han is so insatiable, he proposed again, Yao Lu Yun, grass, Bei Mang flower, and Yuxianggua. As soon as these words were spoken, the corners of the sect leader's eyes twitched on stage. These 3 medicinal herbs are rare and diluted substances. It's likely that the other elders in the sect would not agree. When Yan's expression turned cold, yet his brows furrowed. "I must marry. Whatever your demands are, feel free to voice them." The master blurted out, "Just answer me one question." The vast sea has receded, and Mount Dayuan has disappeared without a trace. What on earth has happened? Chilled to the bone, he spat out a single word. "He's dead." Following that, the sect leader couldn't help but ask, "What about that sword?" The moment these words were uttered, the atmosphere instantly tensed up. This is the second question. Who knows, the head of the sect changed his tone. "Since I promised to give you these 3 medicinal ingredients, I might as well help you refine the pill. However, you have to promise me one more thing. What do you say?" Su-han couldn't help but ask, "What's going on?" "If possible, never let a third party know that this sword is in your hands." Hushing the cold, he watched the robust old man on stage, murmuring to himself, "With his cultivation, it wouldn't be a tough task to snatch my sword, but why hasn't he made his move yet?" Immediately, Su-han and Chenxing agreed. After bidding farewell to the head of the sect, just as I reached the main gate, I heard Kachin calling my name from ahead. Seeing this, Su-han asked in a panic, "Miss Qin, how come you're here?" Kachin, with her head bowed, slowly began to speak. "Yesterday, I wanted to thank you, young Master Su, for your help." In this scene, all Su-han could do was cough. Suddenly, in a friendly and loud voice, she asked, "Dare I ask, sir, have you been to the place of Jingxingchan 2 years ago?" Su-han's eyes went blank in an instant, but he couldn't reveal his identity yet. So, scratching his head, he started to play dumb. "I've lived in Lianzhou since I was a child and never set foot in Chongzhou in my life." "Miss Qin, what do you mean by this?" Reluctantly, the dear one asked again, but was still outrightly denied by Su-han on the spot. Unexpectedly, this girl is so thoughtful. "It seems I've never told Master Su that my name is Qin Kaching. How could you say it so casually?" Su-han was immediately at a loss for words, unsure of what to do. Strangely enough, Kachin didn't press further. Without looking back, she dashed out the door. Staring at the back of the one who makes your heart flutter, you feel a chill, somewhat lost in a daze. On the other hand, Uncle Mengge informed Tong Tai Xian about the news of Su-han being promoted to a guest minister. He thought that by being promoted to a direct disciple, he could close the gap with Hong Jian. However, an unexpected turn of events disrupted his plans. So, Meng Shuj was sent to find out who Su-han was hanging out with. And at this moment, in the Sword Peak Pavilion atop the Wind Mountain, Chief Ding, in a great hurry, rushed towards the main hall. The old man sitting on the stage is none other than the revered Elder Foam, known to the world as Dragon from the Clouds, the mysterious Dark Sword Immortal. On this trip, Chief Ding officially came to accuse Professor Chan Su-han of being a guest official, and made the absurd promise of various rare elixirs. The dragon slowly opened his eyes from the clouds. As the sect leader, he has his own way of doing things. "Elder Sikong hasn't spoken yet, who are we to interject?" he said. Then, he scolded. "Master Ding, you have to change this impetuous temper of yours. I've heard that the city of Qinzhou, known as Yanlai, has recently been plagued with demons, and disciples from our sect have repeatedly called for help. You go back to Xuanhe Peak and Dahuan Wind, and find a few disciples." Classical, Master Ding reports, it has all been printed out. Dragon watched as Yun walked away into the marsh. Yet suddenly, a shadow crossed her face, and the name of the headmaster kept rolling off her tongue. At this moment, Su-han is instructing Kachin on how to grind medicinal herbs. Looking at the other person, their big eyes twinkling. She couldn't forget her words for a long time, and couldn't help but wonder, did she unintentionally expose me, or was there another reason? Yet inside the house, the clamor of Song Yuming disrupted his train of thought. "Brother Chu, with such culinary skills, why don't you open a restaurant? Instead, you're spending your days drinking and doing nothing. Is this what a man should do? Your constant nagging is making Chu Chio and Li Fan feel suffocated." Helplessly, I could only silence him with a bun. If Brother Song wants to help, he can serve the food. I, Chu, will go fetch some wine. But just as Song Yuming had served the meal, Chu Xiaoli made a commotion and stormed in. Seeing this, Su-han couldn't help but feel scared. "Don't tell me, you've gone off to steal things again?" "No, it's me, I'm that hard-hearted guy. I'm currently having your brother Zhou's house torn down." Su-han found it somewhat unbelievable. Zhou Zhang was just an inner sect disciple, yet he dared to bully him, even with his iron will. Song Yuming, standing nearby, picked up the conversation. Although Brother Zhou is nominally a direct disciple, it's not his cultivation level that he relies on, but his social connections. Meanwhile, your fellow student excelled in the inter-school competition, and has been promoted to be the personal disciple of our esteemed master, bearing the same light and breezy demeanor as always. Upon hearing this, a chill ran down my spine, a sense of foreboding washed over me. So, he immediately bid farewell to Kachin with a fist and palm salute. The 3 of them rushed anxiously to Zhou Zhang's residence. Uncle Mengge was confidently directing the move of items out of the wetland. Meanwhile, Tong Tai Xian stands firmly behind the crowd, as if he were a king. This is a scene where 3 people are drawn to a corner. There was Zhou Zhang, picking up the books that were thrown on the ground. So, Su-han immediately went over. Brother Zhou, you're just in time. With this snow, the heavens and earth become the teacher. Books are easy to get wet, ink can smudge. Could you possibly help me tidy up a bit? But before Su-han could even open his mouth, that Tong Tai Xian had already led people over.